Hi guys, so now I'm going to teach you guys about highlighting and contouring. If you haven't watched my video called All About Blush and Bronzer, you might want to watch that first because this is kind of a follow-up to that. So I've already done my blush and my bronzer, and I'm going to show you guys how to contour and highlight the face. Contouring and highlighting are kind of opposites. Contour is darkness and shading of the face, and then highlighting is lightness and enhancing of certain parts of the face. As we kind of learned with bronzer and stuff, darkness tends to make things recede on your face, and so when you use contouring, you kind of make certain features of your face, like recede and be brought into the face, and then highlighting makes things kind of pop out more. For contouring, we want to place dark colors right in here in our kind of the line from our fish face back here. So this area, darkest out here and lighter as we bring it in. You can kind of blend it up here, and then you want it up here on just the outer part of the temples if you want to. That's not like a requirement or anything. If you have a thin forehead already, then you probably don't really need it, but if you need a little more shading to make your face look a little thinner, then you can do that. You can also do the sides of the nose to slim down your nose. You can do right here in that curve of your chin, and you always want to get right here underneath the chin. This especially helps if you have like a double chin, and so shading that area will make it darker and kind of give your face more of a lift. That's pretty much it. You might want to blend it down a little bit slightly onto your neck, and that's kind of where you put contour. For highlight, you want to put colors in more prominent areas of your face that you kind of want to enhance and make them stand out. So your cheekbones is a really big one. When you add light colors on your cheekbones, it makes them stand out more and adds more structure to the face, and it's really beautiful to give yourself a nice glow. You can do that down the center of the nose too, for just an added highlight. If you have oily skin, you may not want to highlight the nose. My face gets really oily, especially my nose, and so that you may not want to draw attention to that with highlight. That's just something to consider. The Cupid's bow right here, just above the middle of the lip, just above the center of the upper lip, right up there, and even you can highlight kind of the forehead area a little bit if you want to, right here on the chin a little bit if you want to, but the main areas are here, down the nose, and in the Cupid's bow. We do highlighting on the eye too, inner corner, and on the brow up here if you want to do that. Okay, now I'm going to show you my contour and highlighting products that I have to kind of give you an idea of what they look like if you're looking for them in the store, and maybe if you want to try out these specific products you can, just whatever you want to do. We're going to start out with contour. This is just a L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder, and it's just a regular face powder, but as you can tell it's several shades darker than my skin tone. And so this makes for a great contour. You just want matte dark colors. This is just another face powder, True Blend Minerals from CoverGirl in 420. The color is several shades darker than my skin tone. You can use liquid products for highlighting and contouring. You can use powder products for highlighting and contouring, or you can use liquid and powder products for highlighting and contouring, and use the liquid first, and then the liquid or cream first, and then put the powder over it to lock it in. And so that's probably the best way for making it last all day if you really want it pretty pigmented, and if you really want it to be kind of more dramatic, then using our creamy base first and then a powder over it. This is another contour product. It's a liquid foundation from Maybelline, just a Dream Liquid Mousse airbrush finish, and it's in Cocoa Dark 3, I think, yeah. And it's just super dark, as you can tell. The good thing about getting products like this is like at Target and stuff like that, they're usually not bought because few people are that dark of a color, and so sometimes they're on sale. So I got that for like $2 when it was originally like 10 or something. So that's something to consider. This is from e.l.f. an all-over color stick, and it's in Toasted, and it's just this dark brown color. It's got a little shimmer to it. It's kind of pretty, but that works pretty well for contour also. You just have to be careful with blending it, and you want to keep it out here because the farther you bring it out, the more natural it looks if you're using more of a cream. We've got this product as well from e.l.f. It's just a warm bronzer, and it actually has kind of all 4 steps to the face. It's got bronzer up here, blush, contour, and highlight. So it's kind of got all 4 of those steps to your face, and so that's pretty neat. I got it in warm, and it's a little bit darker for me, just so you know if you're buying it, and if you are kind of more closer to my skin tone, you might want to go for a color a little bit lighter. Alright, so for highlight products, I've got some powders, and for highlighters, they usually don't make powder highlighters that you can just buy. They do for some brands, but you can just use an eyeshadow. This was my favorite from Essence for highlighting, but you can tell it's totally destroyed. And the color is Dance All Night, and it's a sparkling effect color. And so it's, as you can tell, it's just kind of an off-white, light shimmery color. This is an e.l.f. palette. The light shimmery colors here, those are all great for highlight. Kind of see, just really pretty light shimmery colors like that. Oh, that's kind of a goldeny color. That's pretty. So just like light shimmery colors, as I said, just like sheeny pearly tones are perfect for a highlight. I've used this in another one of my videos. It's an Idolize. It's kind of a cream eyeshadow pencil in Pixie, and it's just this really nice shimmery color that's really light. It's almost like a sort of super light beige color, and so that would be great for a highlight too. And this is like a legit okay. And this is like a legit highlighting product. It's made for highlighting. I mean, it's from Clinique, and it's an uplighting liquid illuminator. And I don't know if you can see it, but the color is just kind of goldeny, shimmery, light color, and it's really pretty. And I have it in 01 Natural. Show you a little bit. It's kind of a pinky light, really pretty color. I think I'm going to use that for some of my highlighting, so I'm going to just dab this right here on the cheekbone. Just dab it like that. And we'll go down the nose just for fun. Adding highlight down the nose can really straighten out your nose and make it look straighter and longer. And the Cupid's bow, I'm going to set that with a light shimmery color, and I like to use this brush for highlighting and contouring. It's great for getting into kind of the crevice of the face right here for contouring, but it's also great because it's so thin, it's great for highlighting too. So I'm going to use that for both. Just make sure you wipe off the brush if you use the same brush for both, obviously. And I'm just going to use a little bit of that of those light shimmery colors from the Eyes Lips Face palette. Sorry. And just go right over and put the highlight, and you can see it a little better. Ooh, pretty. And then down the nose. And then for my Cupid's bow, I'm just going to use my finger because it's such a small area. Or I could use a tiny brush. And right over that area right there. So that just brings a little more glow and a little more life to the face. So, alright, so now I'm going to show you how to do contouring. So I'm going to use this, the e.l.f. color stick in Toasted. And sort of like cream blush, you have to be careful with the application and make sure you blend it out really well. So we're going to start back here. And you can use a brush for this also. And I'm just kind of dabbing it right here. Tiny bit out here. And always blend upwards because we want to have defined cheekbones. And then close to the hairline, kind of buff that in like that. And then on the temples, just the outer part of the temples, right up into your hairline right here. And for everyday wear, you really don't need to do this much. If you just want to do a little highlight or just a little contour, you know, it's not really like super important to do every day. But depending on the person, sometimes it really makes a big difference, and for other people, not so much. So I'm just going to use that dark powder and using that angled face brush, kind of buff it into the skin. Okay, now that we've got that point here, I'm just going to use a fluffy brush and just get a little more product and blend it out a little better to make it look a little more natural. So while you're doing this, you'll be blending into the bronzer and everything you did before. So it kind of fades into all these different colors. And so that adds the dimension and makes your face look so much, you know, better and more real, less cartoony and flat. And you can do down the sides of the nose, like I said. I usually don't do this, but I'll just show you. You can use this again, just right up close to the bridge of your nose. You can go all the way up here if you want to, and kind of into the natural curve of your eye right here if you want to. And then a tiny bit right here. Okay, and then I'm going to blend it down the nose. And then take the angled brush again, and I'm just going to use that same darker powder foundation and just brush this down. Okay, and I'm doing a little more than you normally would, so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So just right over that area, and then under the nose where we put it, and then right in there. And see how that really plays up the shading of our face. And let's say if you were actually going to go out and you did more than you normally should, you know, like what I've done here, you can take a fluffy brush and just kind of blend that away and blend it out so it's a lot softer. You can use a kabuki brush or whatever you want to use. You can blend out with your finger as well. And you can always go over with a face powder, just like your normal color, and so that'll tone it down as well. And if you have like a really tall, long forehead, you can put contour up here. But my forehead isn't really, you know, very tall, so I'm not going to do that. But if you had, you know, like a really long forehead, you can shade that to make it look less long. Alright, and the last step is getting under the chin here. So I'm just going to use the powder. And you don't want to get it like up here on your jaw so much. That'll look kind of unnatural. Just keep it right under the chin and kind of blend it down a little bit. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. And I hope you guys have fun highlighting and contouring. See you later. Bye. This is from L'Oreal. This is from... This is from... If your face isn't, if your nose isn't completely straight. So that would be great for a highlight too. Oh snap, I just smashed it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if you like my videos, then subscribe. So see you later.